Hello, I'm Brian Fay of Deutsche Bank in Jacksonville. We are honored to support the 2018 Florida Blue Duval County Teacher of the Year Award. Deutsche Bank is committed to improving and enriching the communities in which we work and serve. We want to make sure that our teachers have the best resources available to educate children and to make a lasting impact on their lives. A high-quality education is a necessary component of building a thriving community with a workforce that is ready to meet the challenges before us and drive us towards bigger and better things. I'm excited to introduce our finalist, Mr. Abe Reising. Mr. Reising is a world history teacher at Mandarin High School, where he has taught for the past 5 years. He wants his students to not just have an opinion, but to be able to support their opinion with examples and evidence. So here's a look inside his classroom and how he impacts his students every day.
So what is a revolution? Colin Cates, let's hear.
When I first got into college and decided what I want to spend the rest of my life doing, it didn't come quick and it didn't come easy. And finally, when I thought back to my own education, I thought about what could have been different that would have made it a more enjoyable experience. And let's just say when I was in high school, I wasn't the most organized student. I wasn't the most productive student. I was often off task. I was a behavior problem. And I have thought back frequently to my years in high school and asked myself, what would have happened if one teacher would have looked through my disruptions? What if one teacher would have looked through my off-task behavior and helped me realize my own potential? So because of that, I decided that that's the change that I want to be in the lives of students. I want to help them recognize their own potential, even if they don't see their potential. And that's what drives me to come here and do what I do every day.
In your own words, what is a revolution? So I want you to discuss this in your groups and write it in your notes.
I absolutely love the idea of putting students at the center of their own learning experience. Having students take responsibility and take accountability for the process through which they learn and acquire this knowledge, it takes it far beyond memorizing, which is a challenge in social studies. It takes it beyond taking notes from a PowerPoint, and it really makes it something far more meaningful because they're able to integrate their own opinions and thoughts and interpretations of history among themselves. And it takes a lot of planning, but it puts me in the role of facilitator instead of, and letting them kind of take the reins of the class.
He'll make sure that you understand the content of it, and if you have questions, he'll really go in depth with it and even go beyond what you ask just to make sure that you fully understand it.
When the Committee of Public Safety comes in, I see all these executions happening, all for Napoleon to take the throne.
By doing collaborative activity, the students, because they are taking the role of instructor and they are helping each other and answering questions, by making it more personal, I think it helps them stay more focused and stay more engaged for the duration of the period.
Mr. Reising is very exuberant, and not only is he passionate about history, he's passionate about his students. A lot of teachers are not passionate about their students, so just seeing Reising reflect happiness and general knowledge to us is we have to be grateful for it.
He makes it to where it makes me want to be a better student in class and to better myself. So I think for all my other classes too, it's really beneficial.
So we have to ask ourselves, politically, do they change who's in charge?
I do really have a lot of love for my students, and I'm inspired by my students because they genuinely love to learn. And I think it's a common misconception that students, especially high school students, don't enjoy the process of learning. But I see so much curiosity and so much inquisitiveness, if that's a word, coming from my students every single day that it's very rewarding to see that they're loving and getting to love the experience of learning.
I do look forward to coming to this class, not just because it's towards the end of the day, but because Mr. Reising genuinely does make history enjoyable. History, it's not enjoyable to everyone, so whenever you have someone that can actually influence you and inspire you to enjoy history, it's pretty great.
It's a tough job. Long hours, a lot of grading, a lot of paperwork, but at the end of the day, developing those relationships with the students makes me enjoy being here. And I think my joy of what I do is infectious, and it makes classroom engagement more significant. It decreases issues with classroom management, and I think all around it leads to a more productive and enjoyable learning experience.
On behalf of Deutsche Bank, I want to sincerely thank Abe Reising for the work he does in our community and with our students, and congratulations to this year's finalist for the Teacher of the Year Award.